people in. There we go. Okay, now we are recording. Hey guys, it's Tara. I am leading your Getting to Emerald call tonight. I was telling everybody before I hit record that this is like my favorite call to do. I could do this call all day, every day. And just seeing all of you guys in here is just like firing me up even more. Okay, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase, you guys. All right, Emerald. Most of you guys on this call likely know what Emerald is, but I'm just gonna review it again. Emerald is we've got two legs, right? So we're up at the top. We have two legs, one on the left, one on the right. You need to have coaches, one on the left, one on the right. Okay, so there's you on top, one coach on your left, one coach on your right. You are Emerald. It's that simple, you guys. So what's the block? I had it. So I started coaching in August of 2018. It took me, I want to say 2 or 3 months to sign my husband up. And then I went Emerald for about 2 weeks until that coach canceled her account. And then I didn't go Emerald again for I think 4 or 5 more months. I had such a block asking people to join me to coach. I wouldn't do it. I was the Beachbody On Demand queen. I could enroll a 1-year BOD membership, no problem, like that. Refused to sell a challenge pack. I was too scared to ask people to spend the extra money. Well, I'm not going to get a VIP member if I'm not selling challenge packs. I had such a mental block when it came to asking about coaching. Why? I know now. I was so scared about what people were going to say. I had a fear beyond fear about what people were going to say if I asked them to join me on this journey. I don't know why. I do know why. It was because I grew up in an environment where MLMs were scammy. I grew up in an environment where you had to be a lawyer or a doctor or a business person. I grew up in an environment where my dad and my stepmom didn't approve of my husband because he didn't get a high school education, right? This is the environment I grew up in. So when it came to doing this little side job, it wasn't a lawyer, it wasn't a doctor. In my head, I didn't understand the income potential that this business had. So for me, it was like, well, this is just a little thing because I just like helping people and these workouts worked for me. So, whatever, I'll just get there when I get there. And that hurt me. It hurt my confidence. It hurt my ability to talk about the benefits that I was getting from not only the workouts, but from the community aspect of this business. I wasn't making the money that I'm making now in this business when I first started. But because I grew up in an environment where money equated with success, I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't think it was a viable business because I didn't understand the business model. I didn't listen to my mentors who were telling me what I needed to know to build my business. And I just thought, well, I'll just kind of do this my way. And sure, that was fine and dandy. But when I look at what I could have done so much earlier, I think, oh my goodness, what was I thinking, right? And the longer I've done this business and the more I've seen it benefit me, income-wise, confidence-wise, just my own mental health-wise, why did I wait? Why was I holding that back from people? Guys, Emerald Coach is one coach on your left, one coach on your right. They don't even have to be working coaches, right? So whatever your block is, let it go. Because let me tell you what becoming Emerald does for you. And this is what I missed out on, right? So if you want to make this a viable business, listen up. You get to Emerald, you are going to unlock the ability to earn cycle bonuses. What's a cycle bonus? Well, right now, if you're not Emerald, all you are able to earn is commission income off of your sales. Guys, you can only talk to so many people in one day, right? Like that's the reality of it. You can only talk to so many people. If you guys look at how many invites you did today, it's how many challenge packs you can sell today. So if you did 2 invites and both of those people said yes, you just earned $100. And if you decide you want to do 2 invites a week, their cap is $100 a week, right? So when you're able to cycle bonus, because you've decided I'm going to build this as a business, the company is going to reward you for that. And they're going to say, you're doing a really good job. We're going to give you a bonus. And each time you hit a certain amount of volume, that's for a different call, but each time you hit a certain amount of volume, we're going to give you a bonus. And that bonus can continue to cycle. You're sleeping and that bonus is cycling. I don't have to invite people, that bonus is cycling. So imagine the income potential when you start to build your business and earn this bonus, right? So you've already now increased your ability to earn a bonus. If you are already an Emerald coach and you are looking towards Diamond, that cycle bonus increases. So again, look at the income potential. Okay, so cycle bonus, that's one. You unlock the ability as an Emerald coach to earn Beachbody leads. I was a Beachbody lead when I first started. I signed up on my own. I went online. I signed up on my own and I was assigned to some random person, probably in the States, who I don't know, right? So I was given to somebody. That person was an Emerald coach, and that person likely hit Success Club. So the company says, you're an Emerald coach, you've hit Success Club, we're going to give you leads. We're going to go ahead and give you these people who sign up on their own. If you hit Success Club 5, the company will give you a lead. You reach out to that lead becomes a client of yours. And then guess what? I have leads who have become coaches. So now I've gotten a coach out of somebody that the company gave me that I didn't even have to work for. Thank you. I'll take it. And if you hit Success Club 10 and you're an Emerald coach, guess what? If that person signs up with a challenge pack, you've earned commission on that. So now I didn't have to do an invite, didn't have to work for it, and I just earned 50 bucks. Awesome, thanks. I'll take it. I've had leads that I've been able to get who signed up just with a free trial or a 1-year membership to cancel that and purchase a challenge pack. Now I have Success Club points and I've got commission. Perfect. I didn't even have to do anything. All I had to do was have one coach on my left leg and one coach on my right leg. Okay. So these are the things that you get when you're an Emerald coach. Not only that, you get recognition. You're going to get shouted out, right? You're going to get shouted out on your own personal page. What do you think that's going to do for you? All of those people who are doubting you are going to look and say, oh, so this is actually like a real business, right? They're going to recognize you, which is going to give you credibility in your business. And when you have credibility, what are we always saying? We're saying we have to get people to like, know, and trust us, right? How are they going to trust you if they don't see you showing up in your business? I don't want to join somebody who's not showing up in their business. How am I going to build my business if I'm joining somebody who's sometimes there, sometimes not there, right? It's going to help your business, all because you have one coach on your left leg and one coach on your right leg. Okay, so those are the things that becoming Emerald unlocks for you. So how do you do it? How do you get to Emerald? Well, I've already said you got to let go of whatever fear you have that is blocking you from inviting people to the coaching opportunity. You guys are all sitting here because somebody invited you to the coaching opportunity. You guys are all sitting here because something made you say yes. Maybe it was after 1 day, maybe it was after 5 months, maybe it was after 2 years, whatever it was, you are all sitting here because somebody invited you to this opportunity. Now think about what this business has done for you, whether you're brand new or you've been coaching for a while. Think about what this business has done for you and imagine your life without it. And imagine that person was sitting in their fear and would not have invited you to this opportunity. Where would you be? What would you be doing? Probably sitting on the couch watching Netflix, right? So if you think about what the opportunity has done for you, that will help you ask somebody, right? I know for me, if it wasn't for Jaron and Shalene, who had literally just met me and 2 weeks later asked me to become a coach, because that September, Dave took a hit in his business and we lost his income. And I was going to have to pull my daughter out of her dance classes. But guess what? I didn't have to, because I said yes to this opportunity, because Jaron and Shalene were not afraid to ask me, a complete stranger, to become a coach. So if they hadn't asked me, that would have impacted my life. And now I look at COVID, and then I look at everything that happened with my brother, which is a story again for another day for those who don't know it. But then I look at all of that stuff. That's what makes me invite. That's what takes away my fear, because I know what all of you guys in this community have done for me to pick me up on those days when I don't want to show up, right? Imagine I can't even. Imagine my life without this business. So if I think about how scared I am to ask somebody to join me, what am I so scared about? What's the worst that could happen? They say no. Maybe they give you a hard time. Whatever, we do personal development, let it go. But what if they say yes? And what if their daughter gets to stay in dance classes because you gave them an opportunity to earn an income in this crazy world we're living in right now, right? What if they say yes? Don't think about the worst thing that could happen. Think about the best thing that could happen. And you should be able to get off this call and invite 10 people to the coaching opportunity. Doesn't matter who it is. If I could stand on the top of my roof and yell it out to everyone on my street, I would 100% do that. So here's the easiest way, and I've done it, guys. I was talking before I hit record on this call that I was sitting, all of you guys pushing for Emerald and Diamond, I was sitting in your shoes at this time last year, legit at this time last year. I was trying to build my husband's account, which was effectively my account, to Diamond. So I know what it feels like to be where you're sitting at this exact time last year, because I wasn't there. I needed an Emerald coach. And I felt like it was so outside of my control that I felt like I wasn't going to hit it. But I leaned in on the team and I leaned in on Jaron and Shalene and I hit it. I hit it like literally at like 11:30 p.m. on the night. So the effective the 25th, like let's say we're talking our deadline of the 26th, like I literally hit it at 11:30 on the 25th. My coach that I had just signed up that day went Emerald. Why? Let me tell you why. Because I said to her, perfect, you're going to go Emerald, you're going to sign your sister and you're going to sign your husband. She went, okay. She did it. She messaged me and said, what's next? It is that damn easy. It is that easy. I told her what to do. She turned around and she did it. She didn't have a block. She went, okay, next. Perfect. Because I want to help my sister because she needs to lose weight. And you're telling me signing up my husband's going to help. So I'm going to do that too. What's next? If you haven't signed your spouse, your boyfriend, your significant other, whoever that is, you need to do it as soon as you get off this call tonight. And I know you're going to say, I don't want to spend that money. It's too much money. I don't want to buy another challenge pack. That's a lot of money for me to spend. Maybe I just bought my challenge pack. If I hadn't signed my husband up when I signed him up, do you know how much money I'd be losing per month? I make more in my cycle bonuses between mine and my husband's account than I do in my commission income. So I would be losing so much money. Dave was a placeholder for me. I didn't go Emerald and all of a sudden see all these cycle bonuses come and be like, woohoo, I'm like rolling in the dough now. No, I still had to work my business. The business only works for you if you work for it. But he was a placeholder. There was a volume that was building because I put him at the top. I put him right at the top. So every time I added a coach underneath him, that was building volume. Guess who I added under him? Kiara. Kiara went Diamond in 3 months. Guess how much volume that was? If I hadn't signed him up, if I had waited and he was underneath Kiara, oh my God, I would have lost so much money in cycle bonuses, right? All because I spent $50 to sign him up as a coach and I order the products that I use under him. So guess what? I'm getting a discount on those products because I'm ordering them under him and I'm earning volume on my own purchases. I'm making money off of stuff that I'm using. Why would I not do that? Because I had to spend $50? My husband just spent $80,000 to buy a gym in Mississauga for his business. I'm gawking over $50, which is now making me so much more money, which has replicated his income because his gym is shut down right now. What was I complaining about? Right? So guys, Emerald is a choice. Diamond is even a choice. Is it a little bit harder than Emerald? Sure, but only if you look at it that way. It's a choice that you make. You decide every day what you're going to give to this business. That's your decision. But there's no difference between this business and my husband's gym, my legal job, your job that you go to every day. If you said to your boss, yeah, I just don't feel like doing that today. would you still have a job? Because I wouldn't. There's no freaking way. So why am I giving more time and attention to my boss and his job than I am to my own business? Why am I doing that? I'm capped. I can't make any more money in that job, but I can make a hell of a lot more money in my own business. But if I'm holding back because I'm tired, or I don't want to spend the money, or I just don't want to do the invites, I can't have another no, guys. Like, those no's, they're killing me. Like, I just can't deal with it. It's worth the no's for me to see the income potential. And maybe you're not seeing the income potential right now. So it's really hard for you to talk about it. Use somebody else's experience until you get there. There's so many people on this team that can tell you what it's done for them, right? Talk to them, ask them. You have a whole team of people that you can say, can you tell me, like, I'll tell you what my income is. I don't care. If you want to know, I'll tell you. If it's going to help you, I'll tell you. It doesn't bother me at all. Right? But it's based on effort. So you can't look at my income and say, oh yeah, I can earn that. Well, if you want to earn what I'm earning, you got to work the way I work, right? Like, that's the reality of it, guys. I work this business. I strategize, I market, I work the business. I've let go of any fear that I used to have associated with inviting. I am not scared anymore to invite anybody to this opportunity because I've seen what it's done for me. Again, not only financially. I would work this business and pay the $20 a month just to be able to see all your faces every week because it's worth it to me. The money's just a side bonus for me. But maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's your only thing. Maybe this is your only job. Maybe if you treated it like it was your only job, you'd work a little bit harder and let go of the fear, right? I was scared to go to court for the first time. I was super scared to go to court for the first time, but I didn't say to my boss, yeah, I'm just too scared. I'm just not going to go. That was my job. It's your job to invite people to this opportunity that changes lives. So treat it like that. Okay. So what I want you guys all to do, if you want to do it right now, otherwise, either right now, drop your 2 names for your emerald. If you're already emerald, drop your other 2 names because diamond, guys, is emerald 4 times. So if you're not diamond yet, I should see another 2 names under your name. So drop your 2 names. And when this call is done, you're going to jump off the call and you're either going to sign that person up because they're your spouse or your mother or your sister or your best friend, or you're going to go invite those 2 people. Then you're going to screenshot your invites or your share a card and send it to your personally sponsored coach. That's how you're going to hold yourself accountable. Identify those people and either go sign them up or go invite them. What's the worst that can happen? They will say no. What's the best that can happen? You will be diamond or you will be emerald. So think about it that way. But oftentimes it's the fear that holds us back. And it's a fear of the unknown because you don't know what they're going to say. You can make assumptions all you want, but you have no idea. And you have no idea what impact you can make on that person's life. Think about the impact on yours. Okay. I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. I think I got everything, but if I missed anything, I'm sure Shalene will follow up.
No, that was fire. That was good, you guys. That was so good. I love hearing your point of view, and I love hearing the story through your eyes and the relation that, you have with your corporate career and this career, and being able to see the shift that has happened through all of that, but also just in your upbringing and like our core beliefs and our core fears. I promise you, all of the fears that you have, we've had them.
Oh yeah.
We're not unicorns. Like none of us on this call that have hit emeralds or have gone diamond or building a business, none of us are unicorns. We all have the exact same fear. We've just learned how to work through that fear and find the confidence. And for me, it was learning what was emerald. That's how I got the confidence to go emerald. I was like, oh, okay, I need 2 coaches. Great, I can do that. And then I was like, shoot, what's next? I don't know what's next. And I was afraid of it. And then I learned it and then I did it. So for me, that's what a lot of it was. And it just rings so true when you're listening to Shorty speak about it. Like I saw so many heads like nodding, or so many people look away, or like when you get uncomfortable, right? Because you have that fear, and we've all had that fear. So just lean into it. What's the worst that's going to happen at the end of the day? It's not that bad. Like, we make it out to be a really big story, but it's really not that bad. And understanding, you know, your belief system and your thoughts that you're having around some of those fears will help you to identify where they're coming from. Like Shorty said, a lot of it stemmed back to family values, and like core values will have a big impact on the success you have in the business if you're letting it hold you back. And I know that was a problem for me in my past 7 businesses that I tried to run and didn't get anywhere with, because that really stemmed from, you know, just my upbringing and kind of my core belief system. So do you believe that you can be successful at this? Do you believe you can be successful at this? Because if you believe you can be successful and you're willing to push past all the fear, you're going to get there with work over time. But you crushed it. I think there's a couple questions there in the chat for you.
Yeah, I think one of the questions was inviting a stranger. I used to verbal diarrhea. Like, I used to make this like big long invite. My invites tonight, when we kind of challenged in the chat to do 5 more, I'll read it to you. Like, maybe it's not the best invite, but I'm like, hey, I'm gonna send invites, so I'm just gonna send it. This was my invite. Hey, Courtney, I know this is out of the blue, but just wanted to reach out to see if you've ever considered coaching. We have a call happening this Thursday. Can I send you a link? Period. Either me saying coaching is going to spark some interest. She's going to either look at it, ghost me, look at it, go look at my feed and or my stories, figure out what I'm all about, or I'm going to say coaching and she's like, coaching, what's that? It's one of those 3 things. Doesn't matter. Either way, I mean, I prefer her just to flat out say no than ghost me. Either way, it didn't hurt me at all. I've planted a seed if it's somebody who has potentially been thinking about it or wants to know more, because I didn't drop enough information for her to really make a decision one way or another. So if she responds and says, no, thanks, I'm not really interested, I'm going to respond to her and say, oh, you've considered coaching before? It's not your thing? Why not? I'll answer her back, right? So it's as simple as that for me. That's what mine look like. Like, I don't make it fancy. I need to weed out my people as quickly as possible. But other people do different things. That's just what I do.
I'm very similar. Short and sweet, to the point, get them curious. And we're going to work through this tomorrow night on a power hour as well. We're going to work through a lot of this. So if you guys are struggling with that, show up on the power hour tomorrow night at 8. I'm specifically going to walk through like special invites for certain people, if they're new, if they're from a challenge group, so on and so forth. You'll find if you're a newer coach or you haven't hit Emerald yet, your first 2 people that you're going to sign up as discount coaches are going to be the people who are closest to you, right? Then if you're already Emerald, you might have a couple people who are in a challenge group with you. Those are the people that you're going to reach out to be coaches. And then you just continue that process. That cycle of signing someone up as, you can sign them up as a discount coach or just a client, but then having them become a working coach, that's the process. Have people fall in love with your challenge group and then ask them to do the same thing that you're doing, and you're going to be there right alongside them. You know, there's nothing that we do that is super hard. It's not that hard. And so we're not asking people to do really hard things. Uncomfortable, yeah. Hard, no. So that for me has always just been a lens that I can say, anyone can do this. Like, literally anyone can do what we do if they're willing to do a little bit of hard work, right? So I would say let's work on this tomorrow night. If you guys are struggling with like your actual invites or what to say, jump on with us tomorrow night. And we'll share in the chats our coach invites. Shorty, if you can share that one, that would be amazing. I'll share mine that I just sent out tonight, actually, for someone who's in my challenge group to become a working coach. And mine's like very similar. It's like, hey, I think you'd make a great coach. Do you want to check out a call on Thursday? super like quick.
That's how mine are to even strangers. I usually try and pick something about them that stood out to me, whether it was their passion in their feed about health and wellness, or maybe it was a connection we had. I'll bring that into my invite, whether it's like, hey, I came across your feed. I noticed you had a passion for health and wellness. Have you ever considered being a coach before? And I lead it with that way. A lot of times I do get a response back, whether it's, hey, I have thought about it, it's not for me, or they ask more questions about what is coaching.
Yeah. Start the conversation. That's
Yeah.
all you need. The invite is just to start the conversation.
Yeah, guys. And a lot of people I think have asked the question about, okay, well, what do you say when they say, yeah, I'll take more information? Talk from you, talk from your heart, talk from your experience, right? Like just talk about, that's going to be the easiest for you. That's the easiest for me to talk about. I don't try to make it fancy. I talk about what it's done for me because that's easy to talk about. I talk about what I do on like the way I run it, but I don't even make that super fancy. If you're talking about what you love about it, it's going to come across, your passion's going to come across. Like clearly you guys can tell that I'm passionate about this particular topic because like I'm on fire about it. That comes through in your messaging and the way you speak to people. Voice note them. If you feel like you need them to hear that, voice note them. But just honestly, like talk from your experience and just, that's going to be the easiest way to get past those blocks. It doesn't have to be scary.
Any last minute questions, you guys? That was amazing. Good point, Danielle. She said that she invites after her workouts. So she's got tons of energy and it's like, it's good to go, right? I find that's when I write my most creative posts. So for me, that's usually when I write my posts, but like find something. You'll find there's probably one thing that you are struggling with in the business. If you pair it right after your workout, you'll probably start to just like nail it. Cause that's when we feel like we're like, yes. And we're like in the mood and we know what's going on. Right. So.
Or after a team call, guys, or after a call like this, where you're feeling, if there's like a particular call that's fired you up, go now. Don't wait. It doesn't matter. Like your kid could have taken their shitty diaper off and like they're smearing it all over your walls. Just get some invites in right now while you're fired up. Okay. Like seriously, this is when you have to do it, when you're feeling fired up.
Quote of the night right there.
It's only because I don't have to deal with it anymore because my kids are 11 and 13. Sorry to all of you guys who have little kids in diapers still.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, while we're fired up, let's wrap this up. Let's use the next half an hour. We could sit on this call for an hour with each other, but let's use the next half an hour to like go and crush out some of those invites. That is the most important thing right now. And if you are not an Emerald coach, take the next half an hour to become an Emerald coach. If you have questions, ask in the chat or reach out to your upline coach. Other than that, we're so excited for the rest of this week. We're like, just wait. If this was good, just wait. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right. Have a good one.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.